What's up, everyone? This is the Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. Last time, I caught Raikou in one shot! And in this episode, we were back at a gate village because Eagun had something to say to us, but was cut off because it went over 140 characters. Yes, Pokemon Colosseum had Twitter before Twitter existed in real life. Is your mind blown? Alright, Eagun, what did you have to tell us? Yeah, because usually it is better to tell things to people in person. Ooh, a present! What'd we get? A Master Ball! Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Pokemon, the Master Ball is the ultimate Pokeball you can get. It will instantly capture any Pokemon, no matter how rare it is, no matter how powerful it is, no matter what its health is, or what its status abilities may be. It is an instant capture. So, if you are abusing the glitch, this is the point in the game in which you don't have to worry about Shadow Pokemon ever again. Because you can just simply one-shot them, in a sense. But since I'm not abusing the glitch, I don't have that privilege. So, I'm going to save this for a very special occasion. But our work there at gate's done. So I'll meet you guys back to the door we were at when we ended the last episode. Alright, I'm back. Now, you might have been wondering, why did I think I was going to get jumped in that one part in episode 22? Well, it turns out I'd get jumped at the wrong part. I should get jumped right here! Now, in all honesty, I knew that was going to happen because this is my second take doing this. My recording thing. Pardon the language, but it's a piece of shit. I'm dead serious. My recording thing. I'm recording with my editing software, which is Pinnacle Studios 12. I'm using that simply because it came with my Dazzle. Oh boy, but it has given me a ton of headaches. I mean, it's what's causing the desyncs. I mean, since I use it to record, and it's caused a ton of slowdown ever since the last episode. And I got rid of all the files for it, and by the way, Shadow Heracross. Which is actually a really good Pokemon, but I want to get through with my tiny rant real quick. It caused a lot of slowdown, even though I'm very proud of how 23 turned out. Especially since it took a lot of work to do. And usually a lot of work means a crappy job since I'm trying to fix it. But, oh shoot, I should have aimed that attack at Mascarian. But yeah, I really want to get a better editing thing, or not really editing, just recording. Pinnacle Studios is fine with editing. I just need a better recording thing for games. Because Wizard runs just fine, but I'm using a different thing to record that. So yeah, I might try to find something about that later. I'm not going to worry about it too much now. I'm just going to have to suck it up, deal with it, and move on. Now, Heracross. Very good Pokemon for you to have if you want it to be part of your party. I'll tell you why. It is a fighter. Heracross has one of the best physical attack stats. Definitely in this game. So, oh, darn it. So, yeah, on top of that, not only does it have good physical attack, but if you actually manage to get one with the ability Guts, you've got yourself a powerhouse right there. Because what Guts will do is that Heracross's physical attack will increase the lower its health. So the more it's weakened, the more powerful it will become. So it can be very beneficial to you if you want to catch it to be basically, I guess you could say nuke, even though that's more for special attackers, but regardless, it's still a really good Pokemon if you want to have in your party. And I was actually considering having in my party in this playthrough. I decided ultimately against it because I actually have 2 more Pokemon that I want to add to my party. And it was a choice between those 2 Pokemon, Heracross, and Mischievous. I chose Mischievous just because it was early on enough in the game that I could easily use it. Speaking of which, I will send Mischievous out now. The other 2 Pokemon I get a little bit later on, but I still want them as part of my party. Let's use an Ultra Ball. Espeon, use Swift. So yeah, I ultimately had to ditch Heracross, but it is a very good Pokemon, and I would definitely recommend it, even though you get it this late in the game. Come on. Yeah! So, we caught ourselves a Heracross. And Diogi's down. And out. So now that that's taken care of, we can finally enter Real Gam Tower. For reals this time. Oh, we got ourselves an email. Strange. I distinctly remember getting fewer of these than before. In previous run-throughs. Anyway, Net sent us a Shadow Pokemon list. Apparently that's what was... Well, yeah, he told us that was on the ROM. Duh! So he's found 29 Shadow Pokemon. Now what Net sends you, it gets updated in the snag list. So if you check there, you'll see of all the Shadow Pokemon we've caught. But if you head on down to the bottom, you'll see the Pokemon that he's identified, but we have yet to encounter. So you can see we have Bayleaf and Croconaw, which I've already told you about on numerous occasions. But we also have Metagross. So, what Net's list will do is basically give you something to look forward to in terms of Shadow Pokemon. As in, which Pokemon are you looking out for? So if you want to have a list there, you have one. If you're actually following this playthrough, you don't really need it. The 1000th guest? This thing just opened. And usually that's a scam. I don't trust you. And I was right on both counts. Okay, so Clest is going to challenge us. He doesn't have any Shadow Pokemon. And while I'm on the terms of, while I'm feeling in a rantish mood, there's something I really want to inform you guys about. I've mentioned this on my channel. Well, it's on my channel. But, oh shoot. Basically, I'm getting a lot of things. I'm getting a ton of friend requests. And I'm very flattered about that. I mean, I appreciate that you people want to be part of a friends list, so to speak. But I don't use really twice in a row. I have something in mind when I have the friends explosion. Okay, what was I talking about again? Oh, right. Friends list. The friends thing. What I want my friends list to consist of are two types of people. The first are people who I actually know in real life. And the second are, if I ever do this in the future, people in which I would do co-ops with. That is what I have my friends chat or list or whatever it is reserved for. Now, like I said, I'm very much flattered that people actually want to be part of this thing. But, you know, if I don't really know you all that well, then I don't really want to be considered a friend because I don't know you. I can't really call you a friend if I don't know you. So yeah, that's why I have the subscriptions, and if I'm not accepting friend requests, that's the reason why. It's because I have the friends thing there with a purpose in mind. And I'm not just going to accept any old person going, oh, hey, do you want to be friends? When it's not really something that I would really want to be part of. And it's not something in which I'm really wanting to do. So yeah, if you sent me a friend request before and I haven't accepted it, don't think it's because, oh, this person is terrible. No, it's just that I have a purpose in mind for it. And that purpose is not to get as many friends as I possibly can. Because that somewhat defies the purpose of having one. So yeah, I mean, I've mentioned something like that on my channel, that I don't accept friend requests. That is the reason why. It's because of that purpose that I have for it. Now, I don't have anyone on it at the current moment because while I do have friends in real life that I would add, I would like to wait until they are not my only subscribers before I add them, because that could get the wrong message to someone who isn't watching this video. The fact that, oh, hey, maybe he accepts my friend request if I subscribe to him, or I only subscribe to him if he accepts my friend request, or something to that nature, which I don't want people to think. So, while this battle lasted a lot longer than I anticipated, I at least got that taken care of. So, hope you guys understand. Now we have two places we can go here on the ground floor. We can go left, we can go right. There is nothing on over to the right except two trainers. A trainer will burst out of those doors and challenge you. And then there's another trainer in there, which the background is actually very unique to that one specific battle, which I think I'll show more of next time. But what I want to do is head on over here. Now, there's a few guys here. I'm more than certain you can challenge him. I'm pretty sure you can challenge him. I don't believe any of them have shadow Pokemon. If they do, I'll implement it after my outro. But what I want you guys to see is this guy, the shopkeeper. Are you perhaps the shopkeeper in Fanic at the Pokemart? Maybe, perhaps. Or maybe not, it's Rozo. So, if you somehow fail to catch Quilava, or Bayleaf, or Crocona, now's your chance to get it again! If you come over here. I don't know why you wouldn't have caught them before, considering it was your second shadow Pokemon. Let's see, so let's go with Protect and Earthquake. But yes, if you didn't catch him before, now's your chance. And actually, I know I said before in which there was always an opportunity for you to catch shadow Pokemon, even if you faint them, even a first, second, third time. To be quite honest, I don't know where Rozo shows up after you beat him here. I'm not sure if he'll just come back here after you leave Realgam Tower or what. I've always caught the Pokemon first, re-challenged them here, and so I just never know where you can get them again. So I would very much recommend, if you're playing along, to catch it. Well, I catch it very beginning of the game, but definitely here, because I have absolutely no idea where else he comes up again. And yay, Typhlosion got a level. And that did some pretty weak damage. Let's use Shadow Rush, let's use Flame Wheel, and that will do for Rozo. Alright then. Yes, you can. You just did. So, I believe that will just end things off here. I'll clear out all these trainers, except the one trainer over there, so I can show you guys the neat background. But if any of these have shadow Pokemon, either this girl, that girl, or the two dudes in there, I'll be sure to include them in the outro. So, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum, we're hopefully not going to go on a rant. We will show off that background, and we will continue to explore Realgam Tower. Until then.